Night fell. Shadows crept, stretching like long, grasping fingers. The moon, a pale sliver, offered little comfort. An unsettling silence blanketed the world, broken only by the beating of my own heart. Fear, primal and sharp, pierced through me. The air itself felt heavy, pregnant with unseen things. A whisper brushed past my ear, so faint I couldn't be sure I'd heard it at all. Or perhaps it was just the wind playing tricks on my already frayed nerves. Each breath I took seemed to echo in the vast emptiness. Ahead, a grove of ancient trees loomed. Twisted branches, gnarled by time, clawed at the sky like skeletal fingers. Their leaves rustled, a symphony of whispers that spoke of forgotten souls and long-lost tales. I imagined faces peering from the shadows, eyes glinting with malice. Each gust of wind seemed to carry their mournful cries, their pleas for release from whatever torment held them captive. I stumbled onto a desolate street. Empty windows stared back at me, like the vacant eyes of the dead. The wind howled through the gaps in the buildings, a chorus of anguished cries that sent shivers down my spine. The streetlights flickered erratically, casting dancing shadows that seemed to writhe and twist with a life of their own. A sense of dread washed over me, suffocating and inescapable. Section 4. The Abandoned House's Secrets. An abandoned house stood at the end of the street, its silhouette a jagged wound against the horizon. Broken windows like empty sockets offered glimpses into its darkened interior. The floorboards creaked under the weight of unseen feet, each groan echoing my own growing terror. The whispers were louder here, more insistent. They seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves, whispering secrets too terrible to bear. I could feel a presence watching me, its gaze cold and calculating. Section 5. Reflections of the Unseen. A tarnished mirror hung on the wall, its surface clouded with age. As I drew closer, I saw a flicker of movement in the reflection. A face, pale and gaunt, stared back at me with eyes that burned with an unnatural light. I recoiled in horror, but when I looked again, the face was gone. Had I imagined it? Or was it just a glimpse into the true nature of the house's inhabitants? Doubt gnawed at my sanity. Section 6. The Witching Hour's Veil. The air grew colder, the silence deeper. The witching hour approached, a time when the veil between worlds thinned and the dead could walk among the living. I could feel their presence now, all around me, their whispers growing louder, more insistent. They yearned to share their secrets, to draw me into their world of shadows and despair. But I knew their whispers were a siren song, a lure to oblivion. To listen was to be lost forever. Heed my warning. When darkness falls and the whispers begin, do not listen. For their secrets are not meant for mortal ears, and their touch is the cold embrace of oblivion.